If you've ever procrastinated, you might actually be getting frustrated and angry at yourself. And let me be the first to tell you that there's never anything positive for beating yourself up. Neither is labeling yourself as a procrastinator. Let's face it, you procrastinated, which means it happened in the past. But you could do something else entirely different in the future. As a matter of fact, you don't procrastinate in everything you do, right? But I want you to think about this. Did you know your brain was actually designed to get you to procrastinate? It's actually trying to keep you safe. So beating yourself up for something that's naturally a part of evolution is not very helpful at all. But I know that you might want a different path to take. So if you're ready to stop procrastinating, let's dive into the video. Now I want to start off by saying there's nothing wrong with you. This is just a normal part of your brain. But there are a few things that we can do to actually get you to stop procrastinating. And we want to break that down for you today in 3 simple steps. That way you can not only overcome procrastination, but get yourself to take more action and create the life that you truly deserve. Let's jump into step number 1.
So step number 1 is when you experience a feeling that you want to run from, stop and ask yourself why you're feeling this way. Procrastination is often a response to a feeling that we don't want to feel. We feel fearful, nervous, unworthy, or uncomfortable. And to avoid feeling that way, we do something entirely different so we don't have to feel that feeling. The first step is always awareness. So for example, maybe you need to reach out to a client, but instead you find that there's laundry to be done, or the kitchen needs to be cleaned, or you just need to do something else. You're doing something that is not related to the thing that you need to do because you're trying to avoid that feeling of uncomfortableness. So when you get that feeling that you want to run from, before you react to it and take any actions, ask yourself why you're feeling that way.
Now in the coaching world, what Teresa was talking about is this idea of buffering. And that pretty much is the desire to want to escape a certain feeling. And once you procrastinate and push that thing off, it's so much easier to do it next time. But just becoming aware of like, what am I trying to run from? What's the feeling that I don't want to feel right now will give you that power back. Now, once you do, you move on to step number 2. And that's to remind yourself of what you want or what you're fighting for. Now that you've discovered that you've had this inkling to procrastinate, it's time to get you refocused on the mission. Now, when we talk about the feelings of fear, uncomfortableness, and unworthiness, that's more of a selfish type of emotion because it's really thinking about just us. Instead, if you shift it to the good that you're doing for your family, for others, for people who are suffering and struggling right now, that you have the solution for them, it will help you shift the focus from yourself onto your true purpose. So after you become aware of your desire to procrastinate, remind yourself of what you're fighting for and shift your mindset back into the impact that this is going to make for others.
So step number 3 is to find an affirmation to help you start programming your mind so that the next time this happens, it doesn't take you so long to get back into action. For example, I was made to do hard things. I am willing to feel uncomfortable and do it anyways because that's what great leaders do. I've got this.
So Teresa shared a few sample affirmations. Pick the one that feels most right to you. Now you may get to this point and want some additional help when it comes to affirmations. Don't worry, we have you covered. We have an entire playlist where we share our favorite affirmations that not only help us, but our clients to continue to take massive action and showing up as the leaders that we truly want to in our business, in our life, and in our career. I'll leave you that playlist on the screen. Thanks for what you do out there every single day and keep leading from the front.